Mahurl's Tuesday night summertime group, welcome back. Thought we'd start off the season with a little review as to why I do the drills the way that I do them and what you should expect to get out of them. So most of you guys know that I believe in repetitions, camaraderie, workout, getting better, and so I'd like all those things to take place, but I'd like to go over the formations and what you should be thinking in the formations. So when we start to drill out and we do our everybody back game, you're basically working on your ground strokes, probably hitting most of them cross court with depth. And if someone sends you a short ball, you come to the net and approach down the middle, usually, because there's not a net man to deal with or a net woman. If there is someone at the net, then of course you'd want to hit away from that net person and hit to the whoever's deep. But in everybody back, it's a way to relax a little bit, warm up, and play cross-court tennis with a splash of down the line, I think. You don't necessarily have to come in with your partner if they come in, but my answer to that is if you like the net and your partner gets a short ball, maybe you go in with them, and that gives you a chance to play more net. If you'd rather not come in with them because it's the first game of the night, you can stay back and let them come in. So there's not really a rule on coming in together, but it is not a bad idea to do it together unless you just really don't like the net. That's the everybody back game. In the one-up, one-back game, when you're the back person, of course, you're trying to keep the ball away from the net person and hit the ball diagonally. So we're going to call that a cross-court game with a little splash of down the line if you've got an aggressive net player. So you can go down their line or down their alley with a drive, or you could go over their head with a nice soft lob. It's usually a little easier to lob the person that's playing the ad side, because if they're a righty, that means it's their backhand overhead. It's a little tougher to do if you're lobbing the person that's on the do side. And again, you're always looking to come in, especially if you like the net, and establish the net. And if you can do that, you're going to move in together. Your partner's already up, and you will create a hot seat on the other side. So you'll have a situation that's one up, one back on the other side, and then you will attack that hot seat when you get a chance. If you're the net person in the one up, one back, I think you have to feel out what's happening, but we want to make sure you know the why. And so the why, I'll give you a side view of this, is when you move in a little bit, do your split, and go at an angle, either to the right or to the left. When it comes to defending your alley or when it comes to poaching, you want to move in and then create a Y, 45-degree angle. If you're playing against a really big baseliner that has a really hard shot and your partner's hitting softballs to them, maybe you're not doing that as much. Maybe you're playing more defense. But a good net player kind of gets a pulse on the game, and they look to poach when they can. They poach high balls. They don't poach low balls usually, and they defend their alley well, and they move with the ball as it goes wide. So there's lots of ways to do that, but those are the basics. When it comes to the two-up, two-back game, a good team will start around the service line or within a step of it, good net team, and they'll move in together, and they'll try to keep 10 to 11 feet between them. So as the ball moves right, they'll move right together. The ball moves left, they'll move left together. The ball's in the center, they'll kind of stay in the middle of their boxes and keep that 10 to 11 feet. If you're the baseline on the two-up, two-back, then you're looking to lob drive. You're going to make sure the person looks up and looks down. The net people, you're going to make them look up and look down, and make them take balls off their shoestrings. And then every once in a while, you will send balls wide. And the best time to hit wide, I think, if you're the baseliner, is obviously if someone's asleep at the net, you could do that. But when you get pulled wide, it's a great time to either hit down the line or you can pull it wider and sharpen that angle. These are just some of the basics that I think about every time I'm playing. And I think it's not a bad idea to review your mindset when you get into all these formations. We just talked about 3 of them. So look forward to seeing you guys on Tuesday.